welcome back to my channel. Today I'm interviewing Sam, who is a brand new digital nomad. As you guys will know if you've been watching for a while, I'm going to be interviewing loads of different nomad girls to show you there's more than just me.
I was in London for about 7 years.
Okay.
Doing some things I enjoyed and some things I didn't, and I got a bit bored and decided to quit everything. So I quit my job and I quit my house where I was living with a friend, and I quit my city and quit my life, which was pretty extreme apparently. I decided that I wanted to be out of the UK, and I was looking at different ways to do that and make that happen.
I mean, you didn't just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to quit my job. Or maybe you did.
Sadly, I wasn't quite that spontaneous. I've lived abroad a couple of times, I've travelled a bit, I've done a bit of backpacking, and I know that I like new cultures and new people and lots of people. I am your atypical extrovert, so lots of people is good. And I knew that I'd wanted a big change for a while, and I at some point thought a job would sort that. And then I realised that I no longer liked London, and I was finding London boring, which is apparently a thing you're not meant to be able to do.
Yeah.
So I thought there might be more at stake. I spoke to a lot of people. I definitely kind of crowdsourced my ideas and get kind of a lot of feed-in from friends, family, colleagues at work who were all super jealous.
And now you're doing an internship at CoHub, which is the co-working space in Koh Lanta.
Yeah. So I spent a few months, I left London and sent all of my stuff to my parents. Lovely mum and dad, thank you very much. I went to Hong Kong for a few weeks to go see my brother, and then I went to stay with my parents for what I thought was going to be a couple of weeks, just to sort of catch up and check in. And then I really enjoyed being at home for a bit, so I stayed at home with my parents for a few months and looked at lots of different opportunities. So joined lots of mailing lists and just did a lot of research. Yeah, there's quite a lot of opportunities out there.
What were your backup options?
The biggest backup option was either WWFing, which is, what does that stand for? The World Organisation of Organic Farming or something. You essentially go and exchange work for living on a nice farm for a bit. Or the site called Workaway, which is, you can do all sorts on there across the world, and you can do it from anything from like a week to a million months.
Yeah.
So they were my kind of backup options. I then explored an opportunity going to New Zealand to work with a friend. I looked at an opportunity in Costa Rica to work on a surf and yoga retreat. Wow, that would have been amazing. And something in Sri Lanka, but they all kind of either fell through or changed, or just didn't feel quite as right as this one did. And then my biggest con on my cons list for coming to CoHub was the fact that I'd been to Thailand before, and therefore I wasn't going to a new country, which I thought in the grand scheme of things wasn't that big a negative.
Not too bad.
No. I am kind of managing the community online and offline. Offline, in person, really, like, you know, face to face, working with people. Offline. Let's take this offline. No, it's real people. Talk to real people. Yeah, so managing that for 3 months until the end of January, at which point I'll take a view. Thoughts are it might turn towards some in-person kind of consultancy combined with online stuff. So actually I might be a little bit client dependent. But I really want to be able to have that remote ability and the aspect and having that choice. I think when I left, when I was doing some really hard thinking, when I was still in my old job that I was no longer enjoying, I kind of came up with my kind of 3 good idea criteria, and one of those was actually being able to spend some time back in the UK every year, so I can see friends and family, maybe kind of 3 months, not necessarily consecutive months, but enough time to see people, and then have the option to be in any other country anywhere. There are always downsides to things, so you're far away, the time difference is a thing. Mosquitoes, as we've both discovered today, they love me and I hate them. So that's the thing. So yeah, don't go into it lightly. But if you change, what's the worst that can happen? You can be away for 3 months, 2 months, 6 weeks, and change your mind and go back. If you hate it.
Yeah. And were you scared?
I was nervous. Apparently I don't really think these things through.
Sometimes that's the best way.
A lot of people telling me I was very brave.
Okay.
Which I hadn't even contemplated as a thing I needed to be.
Yeah.
So then I spent some time worrying about what I should be being brave about.
Okay.
And whether I was brave enough. And I think in my head I had to work out my worst case scenario. And my worst case scenario was ending up back at my parents' house working in a bar or something.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good worst case scenario.
Yeah. And do you think it will affect your career prospects at all? Let's say you're out here for 3 months and then you decide you hate it and you miss the rain and you want to go back to London.
I think it will, but I think it will in a good way.
Okay.
I think if anything, it's an interesting talking point. This role here has the most ridiculous job title. So if that gets put on my CV, that is a talking point.
What is it?
It is I need to count the words. So it's a tropical co-working and community happiness captain.
You're nailing it. You're bringing all the happiness.
All of the happiness, thank you. But yeah, if I put happiness captain on my CV, that's going to be a fun. What the hell did she do there?
They're gonna
Let's get her in for interview.
Yeah.
And if I'm in for interview, then I stand a very good chance.
Yeah.
So I think it just makes you look interesting, and you're interesting and interested in other things, and you can bring a different aspect to the world.
Is it like writing? You mentioned consulting. Is that for a particular area?
I am still working that out, which is why it's nice to be in this internship. Is quite a nice, confined and quite a safe, structured way to start.
Okay.
Because I'm exchanging for food and lodging, so actually I'm pretty cost neutral.
Yeah.
Apart from some food and drinks and entertainment.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice. So I've got a 3-month buffer to try and get my head in gear.
Okay.
And the first month has been really good, just meeting everybody.
Yeah.
And realising that the thought processes that make me slightly abnormal at home, there are other people that think like that.
Yeah, or more so, and you're like, oh, I'm actually quite low-level crazy.
Yeah, good. But just in terms of longevity of things, so one of the first questions that made me stop was somebody said, I think I'm going to go to Bangkok for quite a while. And I was like, okay, but how long for? She's like, maybe like a month. And there's me that's come from a really traditional hierarchical business where people are getting their 25-year badges. And I've just come into a totally new mindset where a month is a long time. Which makes me feel much better. I think one of my real kind of key head turning points was realising that I've always been better when I've been multitasking and having lots of things on the go, and I was really trying to fit kind of square peg into a round hole, and trying to do this really single lane linear career, and I was like, I don't want to do a one lane thing, I want to be a freaking highway. I've got lots of things going on and this is how I can do it, and I want to see people and meet people and see different cultures.
Cool. I like it.
I am probably going to go for really decent earplugs.
Yeah, I love it. Cool, okay, well thank you so much.
That's all right.
Leave any questions down below that you have for Sam, and when she's decided what she's doing, I'll link to it. But in the meantime, I'll put a link to the CoHub internship so that when she's finally done, you guys can take over. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next interview. Bye! Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be about whether you could become a digital nomad. So I am going to be doing quite a few more nomad videos on my channel, so I really hope that's good news for you guys. The first one that I did, which I will link here,